Something's printing in the background, but it should be okay. So the Zohar from Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai in the parsha, the portion Pekudei, chapter 49, we have about Gevura here, the fourth chamber called merit or schus, with a spirit called Zechut El, issuing 70 glittering lights standing in a circle. In it are judged all the cases of the world, merits, debts, punishments, rewards, for those who keep the Torah precepts. It has 4 chambers with 4 gates. At first, it's a chieftain named Sansaniah. By the same name is a chieftain on the other side of the left who takes the judgments to execute judgments. Who is in charge of askara of babies, who proclaims received judgments, the chiefs of the 12 openings. These are the criers who announce lawsuits sentenced in this chamber of merit. Zechut El's 70 lights are in a circle to see each other and not cover one another, and all merits, punishments, judgments stand before them, and from the 70 come out 2 lights standing in front. All are in the middle, and 72 come out of the right and 72 of the left. 3 times 72 is 216. And all debts and merits come to be purified, and all deeds in the world come from these 72 internal lights. The 2 stand before the 70, always testifying and recording verdicts, acquittals, condemnations, and the 70 decrees and the 70 decree and judge, and all the judging in the world is done here for good or ill. Upon Zechut El, 3 letters are engraved, Yud, He, and Vav. When these 3 are joined, there is unity between the male and female, which are the 3 sides of the lights, the right, left, and center. These 3 courts differ and judge matters of the world: richness, poverty, sickness, perfection. One chamber for all the eyed ones who do the reckoning, and one for the scribes under the first internal ones. At the first gate, there's a chieftain, Gazriel, whose duty it is to make known sentences, verdicts of judgment. From the internal court to the first chieftain, Sansaniah, outside, from whom receives another chieftain in charge over the chamber of the other side, in charge of askara, croup, sicknesses, and babies. And all the criers proclaim throughout all the firmaments that such and such was decreed, and at the house of the king, and the matter is taken below, resounding till it's heard and made known to everyone below in all the lower firmaments, taking the matter grade to grade. Even the birds in the sky and fowl on earth take it and make it known to the world, till the complainants, accusers, take it and appear before men in their dreams, and soon it comes to pass. Sometimes when something has to be made known to the kings on earth who sustain and lead nations, the matter is disclosed to the firmament of the lower sun, till the chiefs appointed over the sun take the matter and notify the supernal chiefs of the other side, who make it known to the kings of all the earth on their side. When the prophets of Israel were gone from this world, and they drew down their prophecy from the 2 supernal pillars upon which the Torah supported, those who see in visions and dreams came, and when they were not to be found, the matter was made known to the kings through this gate. Each grade and every gate has certain chiefs outside appointed over all those firmaments, all the way down to the lower firmaments, who notify the matters to those who should know. For from these chambers on the side of holiness and the secret of the faith, grades are going down, all in the secret of the faith. They descend until they soar in this world and are appointed over it. Some are appointed to keep people away from the other side and harms of the world and watch their ways. Others help people get purified. Some perform miracles and signs, and some watch the deeds of men. The grades are differing according to their aspects. Same manner, other side in this side of defilement of chambers, grades go down, do evil, seduce the world. Some lead men astray from the path of good into evil ways. Others defile the people who came to be defiled in this world and that world. They're called boiling excrement. Over the second gate, Chief Dahariel of the right, in charge of merits won by men, so they'll be acquitted when a man has a good verdict. When there's more merits than sins, this chief is in charge over their due, their good reward, the portion of the merits, and appoints Chief Pekudei from the third chamber to deliver the person from going in the pit. When man is on the deathbed, in the king's prison, then he's judged. All his merits and every debt accumulated in this world come into the court to be judged. The good verdict, sentence, judgment from this gate to the right of the chief Tahariel is announced until he's saved, and it goes down through all the chieftains. The good grades descending through all the grades. Man is judged for everything, for better or worse, by the king's court. Over the third gate is Gadiel, of the left side, in charge over all the transgressions, evil deeds a man goes into in this world, putting them to weigh against the merits. The scales stand within the fourth gate, where the good deeds and sins are weighed together. Whichever is in the ascendancy has chiefs on its side. And if good prevails, some chieftains on the right take the sentence and remove evil and disease from that man till he's saved. And if transgressions prevail, its chieftains of the left come till the other side takes the matter with all those who seek strict law until man's good fortune weakens and that side comes down and takes away his soul. Happy is the portion of the righteous in this world and in the world to come. On the fourth gate is chief Moznia, which is scales. These are the scales where good and bad deeds are put and weighed together. Called just scales, just balance, as everyone is weighed by it to be judged. Two chiefs under this chief, on the right's Hariel, and the left's Gedudiel. When merits and sins are weighed, one balances to right and one to left, all including the spirit Zechut El. When all comprised, he issues a glowing living creature standing guard over the world by the eyes of Hashem, who hovers, walks about in the world, watchful over good deeds done secretly and deeds done with a whole heart, although improperly. Named Tumiel, who stands watchful over prayers and petitions uttered by men, and their prayers are kept in the hands of the living creatures put in this chamber for 40 days. Every 40 days it comes out and takes them, puts them before the 72 lights to be judged, and the spirit Zechut El looks at them carefully, seeing if the man is worthy or not, and if so, the prayer goes out. The petition rolls and the 12 chiefs with it, each demanding from that spirit that the prayer be accepted, and it is accepted by them. Under the living creature glow 4 seraphim in the 4 directions of the world, appointed to watch over those who delight and give and keep delight and give pleasure to the Shabbos, named Seraphiel, Barkiel, Krishiel, Kedumiyah, as one, giving pleasure to Shabbos as one ought to. And when they travel, sparks of fire come out, and from the sparks 72 wheels glowing with fire were made, whence the river of fire was made, and thousands serve it, and it flows and burns spirits, rulers, and when Shabbos arrives, the proclamation resounds, and the river is calmed. All that storms and glimmers and sparks, and the living creatures above them, they travel under and according to it, and on Shabbos it stands on them, enters the middle of the chamber, the place called delight, and oneg in Hebrew, delight, pleasure. One Shabbos enters, all the tables are set, of the people called the children of the king's chamber. Thousands and tens of thousands of chiefs stand, and these tables and the supernal living creatures above the 4 seraphim enters and looks at each table, how each of them is given pleasure, and it blesses that table, and the thousands and tens of thousands of chieftains will all open and say Amen. When the table has the pleasure of all 3 meals, and the supernal spirit Zechus El and at the last repast blesses, and the 70 other lights on 3 sides open and bless too. When a man's I want to read that again. When the table has the pleasure of all 3 meals, the supernal spirit Zechut El of the last repast blesses, and the 70 other lights on 3 sides open and bless too. When a man's table is not at the place properly set to please this living creature with the 4 seraphim underneath it, and the thousands, tens of thousands, all rejected outside to the other side, and the accusers take it and put it in a place opposite called pestilence or nega, which is from the word noiga, cursing him and blaming him, since the delight of Shabbos is faith in the Holy One, blessed be He. Then all who delight in Shabbos and the holidays, the 4 beneath the living creatures, are standing in front of the living creatures, and don't let them who enjoy their pleasure properly burn in it. Under the 4 are other officers standing outside, who convene on this side of this chamber, proclaim all the sentences and decisions decreed within this chamber, Everything is judged here except 3 matters over which there's no permission to give judgment in the chamber, called merit, which in Hebrew means chus, which depend on mazal, or luck, flow, currency. The river which is drawn and flows comes from above and flows down. Sustenance, children, and life. This is b'nei, children, chaye, which is life, and money. We're going to stop here, and I wish you a very good Shabbos. I wish you a happy new Chabad year, because it's a new year, Yotes Kislev. That we can be grateful and gentle and not, take on too much, and accomplish and enjoy and have pleasure from Shabbos, and be loved and love and feel beautiful and have success.